Roleplay Retcon does not own any part of the movies we retcon, nor are we associated in any way with the artists who make them. Also, while we're not the rowdiest bunch, we are adults goofing off, so sometimes we might say some things some people wouldn't want their kids to hear.
The music in this series was created by Ben Prunty. Check him out on Bandcamp or wherever you listen to music.
Previously on Valerian and Laureline and the City of 1,000 Planets. Having been betrayed by Igon and his thugs, our heroes had to fight for their lives to escape the auction and return the newly freed Bubble to Point Central. Wading through the chaos of battle, Bubble showed Valerian and Laureline a secret escape tunnel out of Igon's back room. As our team runs for their lives, they are followed by Igon's screams to release the Caypins. You guys have made your way through the escape tunnel toward a back alley. You have a moment's respite to catch your breath before you soldier on. Bubble, I think you said something last time about wanting to fashion some sort of hood.
Yes. Yeah, I just kind of reach back and a hood appears. And I would just kind of pull it from my collar. Kind of make it look like it's coming from my collar and just whoosh.
I didn't even notice you were wearing that. Is that?
Yep. It was there the whole time.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay.
Should we go? Or you want to take a moment?
Pretty sure Valerian. Pretty sure you're in front there, Valerian. If you don't move, none of us can move.
We can take a breather.
I don't think we can. I heard that guy yell something about letting loose something, and I don't know what the something is. Or maybe I do because I
tell you what. They're Fancy Pants McGee. Why don't you?
That could be any of the three of us. You understand that, right?
No, I mean you were the one talking, so I suppose we could imagine it was you. Roll me a life science, Laureline.
Well, it's a 19 plus 12. That's 31. Did I do that?
19 plus 12 is 31. Correct.
Oh my god!
All right, you have heard the name Caypin before. They are kind of an exotic large beast. They're about 14 feet long.
Ooh.
They have the body and the tail of something like a crocodile, and they have the limbs and paws of something like a very large wolf with a head that almost looks like a hand, but its fingers, its many, many fingers, are actually tentacles with eyeballs on the end and small, tooth-filled mouths.
This is just the meanest part of all animals. Yeah.
Ew.
Here, I will post a picture for y'all to see.
He's adorable.
You might have to click on it to get the whole picture.
I don't want the whole picture. I want to run away. Let's go. Boot, scoot, and boogie on out of here, y'all.
Well, you haven't seen it. This is all in Laureline's mind.
Right, of course.
Just imagine, if a dog had snakes for a head, and also there was an alligator in there somewhere, and you've got it.
Well, I don't like that, so...
Yeah, so move.
I'm moving. Let's move.
Let's go.
So... you make your way to the end of the tunnel, successfully leaving the Vega section, you believe. Out in front of you is a long causeway. To the right seems to go into a large section labeled Limbone section, which seems to be full of slot machines and arcade cabinets. Off to the left is labeled the Randolph section, and it's filled with textiles and fabrics.
Which section looks busier?
Which section looks busier? Let me see. The Randolph section looks busier currently. The textiles and fabric section.
We going in there?
Yeah, I think we can get lost in there. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. As you put your heads down and start marching into the Randolph section, everybody give me some set dressing. Do we all remember what set dressing is?
Yes.
Yes, it's where we describe something we see.
Pretty much. We're going to start with Ben.
There's like there's like an alien family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like they're spread out entirely across like one aisle of this, and they have like 8 stroller like devices, but inside of each one is like a jar with a little like guppy thing in it. And the like there's like 3 parents, and they all have like sort of fish bowls on their heads, and they kind of are frog like. And they're like touching all the like linens and stuff, and getting like frog stuff on them. And like one of the shopkeepers looks like he's like really close to saying something, but hasn't done it yet.
Now let me ask you something. You said they have fish bowls on their heads.
Yeah.
Where are their special helmets? Are they inside the fish bowls, or are they on top of the fish bowls?
That's a good question. Yeah, they're like I guess they're just sort of like stuck on top of the fishbowl. Like they're kind of having to like look up, like they're you know when you have like bifocals on or something. Like they're trying to have to kind of, it's like glued to the front of it, and they're having to kind of like look through and down through the visor so they can see stuff.
Nice.
Nice, I like it. Jensie, set dressing.
That's me. Okay, set dressing. So on the other side of this frog-like family, there is a giant loom.
Okay.
And there are 4 people working on the loom simultaneously. They're weaving this really, really intricate pattern on a very large tapestry. And there is just a gaggle of people and aliens and such just gathered around it, and they're all taking pictures and oohing and awing and applauding at specific times. And you can tell they're really into this whole tapestry weaving business.
Oh, wow.
They're like, yeah, the weavers of the loom they know what they're doing.
What is the tapestry being woven? What is it of?
So Valerian kind of like squints at it a little bit, and he has no idea. It looks pretty abstract to him. It's very, very colorful, and there's some like shapes and patterns, but nothing really, I don't know, he can't tell. Who knows?
I dig it. All right, Jeanette, set dressing.
Okay, so on the other side, like on the other side from us, there's just these giant stacks of rugs, like your classic rug sellers, but they're like 10 feet tall stacks of rugs that are just, there's like alleyways between these stacks of rugs. But the rugs aren't like ones that humans have usually seen. They're kind of like thicker materials. Like there's one on top that Bubble kind of brushes by and kind of feels it, and it's like almost like latex fingers, like a shag carpet, but it's just like latex fingers, and like you think like it's probably pretty soft and feels pretty good, but it's kind of weird too, right?
Ugh, that is awful.
And then other ones that are kind of like long astroturf, like they're all rug. You can tell they're rugs, but they're pretty out there. They're pretty weird. I mean, it's alien, so
I like that. I like that a lot.
A lot of fingers in this episode.
A lot of fingers, everybody. Appendages. Speaking
it's aliens,
of which,
man.
as you're making your way through the thoroughfare, I think you call one of these a thoroughfare.
I don't see why not.
As you're making your way through the thoroughfare, you hear klaxons blare to life. Large sirens just going.
Lord Klaxon has returned to life.
Klaxon is here.
And then screens spring up on big poles, just dotted every so often, where you see Igon's face come to life, and he goes,
Be on the lookout for 3 humans. They have stolen from us and a big market. If you see them, bring them to me.
and then the TV screens cycle through each one of your images.
Oh, no.
Kind of wish we'd brought our own helmets now.
Time to put on a disguise, I think.
Time to put on a disguise?
I want to look around and see if there is some sort of fabric that can disguise me.
Okay, give me a perception check.
will give you something. Yes, I will give you that perception check.
Thank you. That's all I ever wanted.
I love every time Jensie has to look for something on their sheet. They vamp like they're trying to come up with something in improv. Like,
Yeah. Perception
check. I'll totally give you that.
I'll use my eyeballs to look at things.
I always
with
think they're about to
perception.
do a gag, but they're just looking for the numbers.
It's part of the suspense.
Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate that. But my perception check was a 24.
24?
Uh-huh.
Okay, just barely, yeah. You see on a stall about 30 feet away, there is a big rack of cloaks.
Oh, perfect.
There's all kinds of cloaks made of all kinds of fabrics. Some of them are blue, some of them are jet black. One is a deep scarlet with gold piping on it. One's got tassels.
That's the one. Oh, is there a purple one? Like maybe a purple shimmery one?
There is a purple shimmery one, yeah.
Yes. I want that one.
Well, it's just sitting there. You look over and you spot a rather rotund shopkeep sitting there looking very bored.
Is he looking at me?
He is now.
Wait, just wait a second. Just wait. Hey, wait. Just wait like 5 seconds.
And now he's looking away.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna sleight of hand. I wanna steal it.
You want to try to get up there? All right. First off,
I've never
no.
seen real time mechanics in a tabletop RPG. That was fun.
give me a stealth check.
Stealth. 26.
All right. It doesn't look like he's noticed you. He's digging something out of his fingernails.
Now I want to steal it.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand check.
27.
You reach out to grab this cloak, and the hanger slides out of it and bangs against another hanger. And he goes up. He's like, "Huh?
Whoop.
Oh, you like the purple one, do you?
I do like the purple
Oh,
one.
the purple one's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is very nice.
It's just 7 glorglops. 7 glorglops, and it's yours.
Is that... How does that translate to galactic credits?
Oh, 7 glorglops is 200 galactic credits.
200 galactic credits.
200 galactic credits.
Did you make this yourself?
I did not. I just sell it.
Oh. Yeah. I suspected as much because I can tell that you are someone who knows your cloaks.
Oh yes,
And,
you have to know cloaks if you're going to sell cloaks.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I thought that maybe if you were to have made it, you would have made a much nicer one, because now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I saw one just right over there that was so much cheaper than this, and it was kind of a lot better quality. So you know what? Maybe I think I'm gonna, I don't know, 200 galactic credits seems, that seems,
Well,
that's a lot for this.
It's not for everyone. If you can find a better deal in this station, I dare you to try. And he takes the cloak back from you.
What? Do I have any money? Did we give all of our money away?
I think we
Did we get it
literally
back?
gave every cent.
Every dime.
Why?
Now,
Why?
You do have a mule converter,
Yeah, if you have 1 penny.
and you do have a really nice painting.
Oh, did I get away with the
Just make
painting?
multiple paintings.
Yeah, you got the painting.
Oh!
Does he have a take a penny dish?
No, he doesn't have a take a penny dish.
Darn.
But give me a perception check.
I rolled a 9, and I think I have a 10, so 19.
19.
that right?
After looking around, you see a booth about 45 feet away that does have a take a credit, leave a credit tray.
Okay, I'll be right back. So she kind of walks over and... What shop is it?
The shop is Big Sal's carpets and cloppets.
Okay. So I go up, and I'm assuming it's right there next to, like, the clerk, right?
Oh, yeah. He greets you. Hello, and welcome to my carpets and cloppets.
Hey,
May I assist you in anything that your carpets and cloppets needs?
Yes, I need a nice carpet for my carpet. And
Do you?
yeah, I was looking at some of the ones you've got in the back that have
The very back?
the fingers, the carpets with the
finger
fingers.
carpets? Oh, I love the finger carpets. They touch me in all the right places.
Yeah, those seem real nice.
They're very nice. I like them.
So I was wondering, could you go fetch me one of those?
Go fetch your one. Roll me a diplomacy check.
It is a 29. It's 16 and 13.
16 and 13, okay. He only got a 20, so he's like, I'll be right by you, stay right here. And
Okay,
he
I
shuffles
sure
to
will,
the back.
honey. So
He's gone to the back now.
okay, Bubble grabs a big old handful or whatever is in the dish and walks away.
Okay. Let me see. There are 13 credits in the tray.
Okay. So she just takes it and goes back to them and I meet up with them again and I kind of find a quiet spot next, like kind of behind, I kind of hide behind, like, I'm like, hey guys, kind of just shuffle a little bit so I can have a little privacy right here. And so I kind of like, here, eat this dolly.
Is this
And I give-
don't want to know how the sausage is made kind of situation?
Yeah, you're going to want to turn around. And so
Well,
she feeds.
They've seen him do it before, but mayhaps you want to hide this interaction from the...
Yeah, it's
the
really to
market
hide it
folk.
from. Yeah, it's to hide it from everyone at large. But if you want to watch, if that's your thing, you sure can.
So I'll tell you what, for this, if you guys are trying to shield Bubble and the converter from eyes, Laureline and Valerian, give me stealth checks.
Yeah, it sucks. I rolled a sleight of hand just in case I was gonna.
Just in case you needed it.
Well, I was gonna do a good joke, but it didn't work out, and it was a nat 20, and I ruined it. I wasted it.
Are you gonna steal from me?
25.
25's good.
Yeah, 14.
Okay, 14.
I'm gonna stand over behind Valerian if you don't mind.
Okay, with the 25 and a 14.
Yeah, maybe I should take this painting out of the frame, huh? It's not drawing attention to us.
If you turn it around, like you're admiring it, just like that.
This still seems like it's drawing attention. No, because everyone will
Maybe.
be like, "What is the beautiful painting that she is looking
It'll
at?"
just
And
take
this,
a
and this
moment.
beautiful woman. What could be more beautiful than her? They are saying.
Is she smiling or is that a frown?
Me or is the painting?
The painting.
Okay.
I mean, I guess.
Well, if you remember the paintings of a general,
I'm gonna tell you a secret there, Alex.
yeah,
I don't remember.
the painting is of Zevirioth the Impatient.
Okay, I do remember that. Right,
What?
because it sounded like Sephiroth. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah, and he had a really thin hammer.
Yeah.
We were thinking that maybe this was the Mona Lisa, and then you said general, and I just imagined the Mona Lisa in general gear.
Sure.
That's basically what it looks like.
Basically
Nice.
what I look like.
All right. So their stealth scores have given me a DC for everyone's perception check of you. Bubble, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check for manipulating the converter. Dolly, if you will.
Okay, that was a 17.
Well, that's good because I rolled a nat 1 anyways.
Oh boy,
So
I get the jackpot.
you feed Dolly the galactic credits, and Dolly begins to rumble and shake, and all of a sudden coins start just spilling out of Dolly. You don't know, you've never asked where they come from or how, but there's a lot.
Nope.
I'd say there's about 300 credits here.
So I'm gonna also kind of do that thing where I'm like extend my clothes mysteriously, and I suddenly have like a pouch that's part of my whatever cloak,
Okay.
and that's gonna just catch it all.
Valerian and Laureline, give me perception checks to see if you see the pouch materialize.
Don't suppose it could be literally anything else, huh?
I mean, it is the
25.
only perceptible thing that happens in this game, so no.
She does try to like reach out like under like the fold or something. But yeah.
Did you hear my 25?
I did hear your 25. I'm
I got
waiting for
26.
Ben's 26. Okay. You're trying to hide this from them, Bubble?
Somewhat.
I assume. Yeah, give me another sleight of hand check.
Okay. A 23.
Okay. Valerian and Laureline, you definitely see something occur. You don't know where this pouch came from, but you know that Bubble didn't have it earlier.
I'm just gonna store this away in my memory banks.
All right.
In my brain.
So you now have 300 credits to work with. Also, Bubble, as you're looking at Dolly, the mule converter, he looks very tired. He's had a long, hard day.
Poor thing. I kind of give him a hug.
He's like, oh, and he chirps and rubs his head against you.
Just go on and take a little nap.
And he does.
Thanks for the credits, Bubble.
Absolutely.
And Dolly. Excuse me, Fred.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
forgot what
talking
my
to the
voice
shop.
sounds like, so it's gonna be this now.
Okay, that's fine. You know what? I thought about it and I looked around and I think I'm willing to look at your cloaks again.
Oh yeah,
Can we strike a deal? How about 2 for 300?
2 for 300.
Yeah.
Well, it's not gonna be the fancy purple shivery cloak, I can tell you that.
Yeah, like, okay, I want, like maybe Valerian already has the purple shimmery cloak on, and, like, Laureline just has, like, the drabbest, like, least impressive, like, piece of, like, cloak on, and she's like, what are you doing?
Fine. I'll put it back. I'll take a less conspicuous cloak. I just feel like the shiny, shimmery, colorful ones blend in because everyone here is like really extravagant and they want shiny, shivery things.
I mean, I'm not your boss.
I'm gonna keep it.
You should try to get one like me that's got extra pockets and extra hoods and stuff.
Bubble, I'm on to you.
Tell you what,
Don't try to keep fooling me.
give me a diplomacy check. See if he goes for your deal.
I will give you a diplomacy check. Oh.
Or you could give him a perception check to see if he goes through with your deal.
Ben, if you
24.
keep sassing me, I'm going to throw you out of this game. 24 does not beat his 30.
It does not.
No. He's like, no, that one's way too valuable. The purple shimmery cloak. But I tell you what, I could give you the purple shimmery cloak, and he pulls out from under the desk this very soiled, very it looks like it's brown with green splotches. I'll give you the purple shimmery cloak and this cloak for the 300.
You're telling me that cloak that you just pulled out is worth 100 galactic credits?
Yes, it is, and I'll tell you why. It's covered in Frelglop.
I don't know what that is. Laureline, do you know what that is?
It's not. I think he made it up.
Give me a life sciences check there, Laureline.
25.
No, 25. You know, a Frelglop is kind of a valuable fermentation. It's kind of a fungus that connects itself to fabric that you can harvest later to make a special kind of booze.
I mean, I could tell you all this, Valerian, but does it really matter? Shouldn't we just get disguised and run to the ship?
Yeah, probably.
Also, you can make booze out of it later, okay?
Okay, cool. Let's go. Thanks, friend.
All right, you exchange the credits and you get the fancy cloak and the Florglop cloak.
Cool.
Cool, so I get the fungus one. I suppose I was the one that wanted to be pragmatic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You
Hey.
get the fungus one.
Trust the fungus.
Are we not going to get something for our friend here?
She's got that.
I've
She's-
got one.
own thing going
She's
on.
already
I'm
got a clip.
good.
oh my
I'm
God.
good.
Where did you get that?
I've had it the whole time.
No, stop. We're on to you.
Oh,
I don't trust you. But let's go.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I also don't understand. Why are you being rude to this person whose life is in our hands?
Because she's trying to lie to me, and it makes me feel bad when people try to lie to me. I don't know.
I think she's allowed to lie to us. She doesn't owe us anything.
I'm not lying.
Okay, I guess. Well, I don't owe anyone else anything either.
Oh, you don't
I don't
think
owe anyone
you don't
politeness.
think being bought and sold as property makes someone a little cagey? You don't think it makes them want to, maybe not trust everyone right away?
I trust y'all.
Oh,
See, she trusts us.
I guess shut my mouth, Zin. Let's go. We should go. We've been standing here for so long. I actually think maybe
have.
we're not in danger.
We have the fingers dog coming after us.
Yeah, the Fingers dog has not shown up. No one turned around to say, "Oh, those are the humans."
Speaking of which, as you leave the stand with your new cloaks, you turn a corner to see a very large Caypin with 2 guards trailing behind it.
I've never seen one in person. They're really terrible.
It is pretty frightening. It's massive. It looks like it weighs about 1,500 pounds.
Yeah.
Every foot stomp it makes sends a little shimmer of dust into the air.
It's nice to see he took care of them at least.
And as you're observing it, you see a really strange sight. Every time it passes by an aisle or an alleyway or a shop, it detaches one of its weird eye stalk tentacles. It plops to the ground and it wiggles its way down the aisle. Laureline, from your life sciences, you remember that these things can detach their eye stalks and they can move independently of the host, and they can transmit what it sees back to the host up to 100 feet away.
So it is hunting us.
Maybe we should go in the other direction.
All right, you and I need to split up.
What?
We need to split up.
What?
Why are we
Why are you
splitting
doing
up?
this here? I thought, Laureline, I thought we had something special.
Well, I don't think our relationship has been, explicitly defined. But okay, let's stay together.
I mean, we don't have to. If you want to split up,
Which one of you has the gun?
it's me.
I'm going with you.
Well, I have a gun. I think it has tape on it. It may be taped together. Yes. And
Oh yeah, you got one of the guards' pistols.
I will probably have to call later. I do not know what the protocol is if I've lost one of the guns, but I will have to make that phone call later, and I'm not looking forward to it.
It's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good. Hopefully they can, remotely disable it or something, but maybe not.
Maybe it's DNA encoded, so only you guys can use it.
Oh, like Judge Dredd.
Yeah. This is the future. Anything can happen. The beast is moving closer and closer.
We should,
about 400 feet away.
Valerian, you're the one who wants to stay together. Tell us where to run and we'll go.
But the opposite direction of where
All right.
the thing is. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's
Scooby-Doo.
So you turn back around and start you're heading back toward Limbone with the slot machines and cabinets. You make your way back along the thoroughfare toward Limbone's station when, as you turn another corner, you see another Caypin, this time followed by 3 guards. Oh, hello. This is Alex, on the ship The Intruder. I'm just sitting here waiting for Valerian and Laureline to return from their adventure at Big Market, so to pass the time, I suppose I'll read these credits. This series' guest star is Jeanette Blasius, who plays Bubble. You can find Jeanette's art and cosplay on Instagram under the handle ink.spitter. You can also find her t-shirts and other fun things on TeePublic and Redbubble under Ink Spitter Tees. The music for this series was provided by Ben Prunty from his album Chromatic T-Rex. You can find Ben Prunty and all his wonderful music on bandcamp.com. Roleplay Retcon has a Discord and a Patreon. Links to both of these are in the social media and episode description. As a lucky treat, we dedicate each episode to a lucky patron. This week's patron is Keith Blaumer. This episode was edited by Alex Blasius with sound design by Benjamin Gray and is a production of Three Fish in a Jug. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. Now, I'm going to get back to crunching this math figure on the calculatron, and I'll let you get back to the episode. Goodbye.
Really don't want to shoot our way out of here, Valerian.
Is there a sign somewhere that says, like, exit that way or something?
There are a couple of signs that have arrows pointing in every direction, including up and down, all in a weird alien language.
We have to find some sort of exit station before we can get back to the ship, right? We have to go through
exit
with the
station.
process back to the other dimension.
Yep.
Well, there's no exit here. Why don't we go down?
Let's go down.
Let's
That
go
works
down.
for me.
All right, so there is an elevator off to the left that goes down. You all make it to it when you see the Caypin come to the mouth of the alley you've gone down, and it throws out one of its little tentacles and keeps
Ew.
moving.
Yeah,
Shoot it.
Going down.
Don't shoot it.
You are waiting for the elevator to come, and the tentacle is moving ever
Look,
closer. to you.
everyone, just be cool. Don't act like we're in disguise. He's a dumb snake dog. Even if it sees us, it doesn't know it's us. Just be cool.
I'm being cool.
Everybody give me a will save to see if you can keep your cool.
I've turned the painting so it can't see it.
Can I be cool?
Probably a good plan.
So it's a 6 and 9, so a 15.
15,
21.
21,
6.
a 6.
Oh, wait, no. It's 10. Still not great.
Still not great. So everyone's trying their very best to keep their cool, but Laureline, as you're flipping this
I drop
this
it.
painting around in your hands, you drop it,
Yeah.
and it makes a loud crack, and the eye stalk whips toward you and looks at you.
And I accidentally, look at it.
Oh, you do. You look it dead in the eye. And
Damn it. I think I just made
goes.
I'm sorry, I made it. I'm so beautiful. I draw so much attention. I turn the eyes of every eye.
And you hear just a loud commotion coming from the street as it's coming toward you.
Finger dogs coming to get us.
Finger dog's coming to get you. The eye appendage is moving back toward the mouth of the aisle that you're in.
Well, I think we already bona cover, and I'm going to try to shoot the eye stalk.
Does this elevator have the arrow that tells where it's at? Or are we
No,
just
it does
waiting?
not.
Or numbers that says it's getting closer? Okay.
Nope. There's no markings on it. Okay, so you're going to shoot at the eye stalk?
Yep.
Give me a ranged attack.
Oh my god, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, that one, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. Oh, shucks.
Give me that high or low, Ben.
Low.
And it is high. As you discharge your blaster, it gets a click. Apparently, it is out of battery power.
Oh no! And then like the So something like severs it, the tape like severs, and the barrel just like falls off.
Yep.
It's like, well, great. Okay, well, I don't have a gun anymore.
Bubble goes aside with Valerian, like, are you sure about this person? We should have maybe we should have split up.
Listen, I have some other skills that will come in handy
saying.
later. Just you watch.
Okay.
For one thing, I've got ears like a bat.
Your arguing is interrupted by a looming shadow at the mouth of this entrance.
Where is that
This
fucking elevator?
Huge Caypin looms, blocking all exit from this place.
Can you freeze it? Something? Valerian? Do something fun with your gun?
What?
Ding! The elevator has arrived.
Get in!
We're cramming in.
Go.
I'm dragging the painting
Push
with
the
me.
closed door button!
You are jamming on the closed door button as it begins to run at you at a big bounding leaps. All of its eye stalks raise up in the air, and you see all of its little teeth just like just that weird scream just coming at you.
Oh, it's not as fearsome as I thought it would be.
Well,
It just
they got little mouths. They got a bunch of little
He's
mouths.
gonna get you with his little mouth.
Alex has a proud tradition of going "ree" on this podcast.
Whee! And the doors slam shut right before it gets to you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh my god.
I did it.
Start going down.
Okay. Okay. What? Should we push a button?
Probably.
Push all of them anywhere but here.
Do not push all of them.
The one the
It
furthest
seems
away.
There are 3 levels under you, and you are going down.
Okay. What do the floors look like? The
The
buttons.
descriptions of the floors are main atrium, electronics and bamboozles, and the bottom one is sea-doos and powerboats.
I guess main
I
atrium.
think maybe main atrium.
Yeah, main atrium
I
seems
think
right.
so.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
All right. You click main atrium, and you start going down. It opens up into a large... You don't know how you got here, because you definitely went down, but you're still in an area that's wide open spaces. Like, you can't see the floor above you.
Can we hug the
it's
wall?
crazy.
Or is it too wide?
It just looks like you're in the same market floor that you were in, but everything's different now.
Is there an exit sign or something that kind of would be? I guess I could just say this is Ben. Is there an exit sign or
You do
something
see a map right in front of you.
Ha!
Oh, great. Let's look at the map.
You go to the map, and you do find the exit. There's one dead ahead of you that leads to the
Let's
spaceport.
go. Let's go.
How do you say it? Let's scoot boots. Let's boot.
But no, not here, not now. Boot scoot. Let's boot scoot and boogie. On out
That's
of
what
here.
I was trying
Let's
to
go.
remember.
You boot, scoot, and boogie down the thoroughfare. A new thoroughfare, not the same one you were in, but similar. And you make it to the exit doors. There is a line of matter converters in front of you, and people jostling to get their treasures out of Big Market and to their ships to take home with them. But as you're looking around, you only see small converters.
Oh,
There are no human-sized converters here.
Oh.
Like, how small?
They're definitely big enough for the converter to get into, for Dolly to get into,
Okay.
but not for a full-sized humanoid.
So
So,
we like squat?
like,
Can we squat?
Well, you and Valerian, or you and Laureline, do not have to squat. You can just take your helmets off. But
Oh.
Bubble and the converter are still in this dimension, so they'd have to go through a matter converter to get to your dimension.
okay.
And Bubble can't squat.
One, you're poor painting, but how much do you love your painting?
you know I love this painting more than I love.
Okay, well, Valerian, you and me we can get through this, but your friend might have to find another way.
Okay, forget the painting.
Ben slash Laureline,
Yes.
how much do you want this painting to come with you?
Not more.
we could take it apart, maybe.
I've got a responsibility to get this person to finish this mission.
I'll tell you, there's one simple thing you can do to possibly get that painting through there.
Oh no. What is it?
Give me a perception check.
It's a 23.
There's one large enough for your painting.
I'm going over here.
It's not a big painting.
No, yeah. And I'll take out the frame if I have to, although it is a nice frame.
No,
Okay,
you can
I'm
get
going
the
to go
frame
over
in there.
here. You take care of the lady and the puppy.
Okay.
Okay.
I need to...
Okay,
So
what do
how
you want
many-
them to do?
How many people are around?
Let me see. There are about 64 people around.
That's
Okay.
not an
Bubble, you're so
approximate
big.
number. That's...
It's
So-
Probably 64.
Some of them aren't people.
Is there like a corner or something? I
There
need
is-
some space. I need
There are a line of converters going across. There's probably about 30 of them. But there's one on either end that's kind of a little shadier than the others. Toward the middle.
Okay. So I'm gonna take Valerian over to this shadier converter or gateway. And I'm just gonna be like try to just like hide me. And
Okay.
I
throw my cloak out.
okay.
You throw your cloak out. Give me a sleight of hand. See how flourished this gets.
25.
25's good. You seem to be pretty well cloaked.
Okay. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. And so just whatever happens, don't freak out. Don't freak out. I really
Okay.
So, and Bubble just kind of liquefies in front of Valerian and becomes another one of the mule converters. So now there are two mule converters. One is Bubble and one is Dolly.
But Laureline saw none of this.
Nope.
Nope.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
What are you waiting for? Pick me up.
I do the thing. I pick her up.
And don't
All right, you
forget
pick
Dolly.
up.
Pick them both up. I pick them both up.
Her and Dolly, and you
Yes.
get in line to go through the matter converter.
That was perfect.
How do you feel about this, Valerian?
I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm definitely not freaking out because I said I wouldn't.
I appreciate
Or I
it.
didn't say that I wouldn't not. I don't know. My brain is confused right now.
All right, as you're in a daze trying to process what has happened, you get up through the line, and the guard that's there is like, "Have you enjoyed your purchases today?"
I sure have.
Well, just slide them right here through the matter converter, and you can pick them up on the other side.
Okay, thank you.
No. Thank you.
I do the thing. I
You-
put
you
them
do
on
the
the
thing?
conveyor belt.
You put them on the conveyor belt, and there's a flash, and suddenly Dolly and Bubble are on the other plane. They're on the other dimension.
Okay, cool.
You can take your helmet off as you step through, and you'll be back in your own dimension. Well, you've never really left, but you can give us back our helmet and our gloves.
Okay, I do
it's like
that thing.
putt-putt.
Don't forget your purchases on your way out to your spaceship.
Thank you. Oh, what about my cloak? Does my cloak go through?
Your cloak didn't make it through with you because you didn't put it on the converter thing.
Oh no!
Laureline runs up and she has the painting and she's like, "I did it. You all completed the mission, but you completed the mission, Valerian, but I completed the mission and got a painting, so I did better than you."
Laureline, I lost my cloak.
Oh,
My brain was mush.
I should not have rubbed in This is our painting. This is our painting. Of Zevirioth the Great. He's so handsome.
You both hear a large crash behind you, and you see the Caypin coming dead at you at a run.
What? It can do that?
You
Well,
don't know how, but it's on your dimension now.
Oh, it crosses dimensions. Come on, that's actually pretty cool.
I'm gonna say the moment there's a crash, Bubble changes back, like when everyone's not looking.
Okay.
Oh, there you are. I thought we lost you.
Nope, I've been here the whole time.
God, are we gonna make it to this whole thing and I just never know that she's a shapeshifter?
I mean, it's possible.
I know. Like, we're already barreling towards that.
Well, you've got something else barreling right
Yeah,
towards
yeah,
you,
yeah.
so...
I have no weapons, Valerian.
I don't want to shoot it.
The spaceport is about 100 feet behind you.
If it
Let's
makes
go. Run.
If it makes
Let's
you feel
go.
better, I don't think you'll kill it.
Everyone give me athletics checks to see if you can outrun this thing.
I got a 4.
I have a -1 to this, so I got a 12.
Oh, wow.
I got an 18, but
Takes it right back.
Can you just...
sounds like maybe
Quiet,
I need to
takes it
stand
right
and fight.
Yeah, Valerian, can you just carry us?
Like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Me and Dolly are just so tired.
Well, it got a 20, so it's starting to gain on you.
Don't you have a freeze setting on that gun of yours?
Yeah, I do. I've got a shock. I got a shock.
You got a
I'm
shock?
gonna shock it. Yeah, I'm gonna
Alright.
shock it.
See if you can make a ranged attack against it.
12.
12. Your shot goes wide, and you hit one of the guards standing at the converter boxes, and he it falls over.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yes, that wasn't great.
Well, my brain is mush. I can't talk about it right now, and I lost my cloak, and I'm upset.
It's about 200 feet away from y'all. Everybody give me another athletics check.
I got a 10.
29.
I got a 14.
All right. Valerian, you make it to the ship well ahead of everyone else. It is on the heels of Laureline.
I'm gonna try and shock it again.
All right, give me another shot.
Why am I so bad at this right now? 16.
Unfortunately, 16 is not gonna hit Valerian.
Okay.
Laureline, it's on your heels.
Okay. I die inside doing this, but it's a big painting, right? It's got a nice woody frame.
It's probably about 2 feet wide. It's
So
got a
it's-
big chunky frame on it.
So it's not big at all, really. Is what you
It's
I
not
have been
very big.
I have been imagining it as like as big as me. But okay, I'm gonna try to smash it across its like snake head, just to give
Okay.
us a second to get into the ship.
Make a
Guess it's a
melee attack.
Yeah. Which is not great, but oh my god, I rolled a 19. Plus 3 is a 21.
Yeah, you just
Oh
beat
my
its
God.
KAC.
Oh my god, so it's 20.
You smack this thing across its face, and
Ah!
you see the wood splinter and the canvas right across Zevirioth's face just start to rip as this thing collides with all the eye stalks and tentacles of the Caypin. And you send it veering off to the side.
Run! Into the ship! Alex! Pull the gangplank up! Or whatever you call it. The ramp thing. Pull it up!
You got it, boss. And Alex opens the ramp for you all to get in. You all jump in, and it closes and seals.
Oh man,
Does
that
one
was
of y'all
close.
want to run to the captain's chair?
Yes.
You start to hear more sirens going off outside.
We gotta take off. Get us into
Take
the
off.
air.
Please and thank you.
All right, you run to the captain's chair of the intruder and start booting up the systems. Give me a pilot check.
Well, I rolled a 1.
Oh, dang it. Oh, shucks.
Oh, wow. All right, Jensie. You know what time it is. Give me that high or low.
Low.
Low. Oh my god.
What?
It was low. You lucked out.
Oh, thank gosh.
It was so close.
No.
You hit the wrong switch and it just sputters and goes.
Oh no.
Valerian, I believe to initiate the launch sequence, you need to click the button next to that one.
Their brains are mush.
Yes, thank you. My brain is mush. I push the button.
All right. You push the button now that you have been guided by the AI to know which one to do, and it roars to life.
It seems like we could just get the AI to take off. Like, we seem like an unnecessary part of this.
Well, I wasn't given the option to
Thank
do
you.
that.
Thank you. That is very polite of you.
You've locked me out of that system. I'm not allowed to fly the ship anymore.
Well, it would have been me. I would have thought that was super funny.
You're the engineer. You're the one that did it.
I don't have the clearance to do that kind of thing. No.
You're the engineer of this ship. You are the only clearance to do that.
That doesn't sound like something Laureline would do, though. That does not sound like that. No.
Are we flying?
You're taking off. Valerian, give me one last piloting check.
You got it. This time it was a 25.
The 25 is beautiful as you rocket into space, leaving Big Market behind you.
Whee!